I work with a lot of clients, human clients with their animals, and the humans have questioned about if it's time for their animal to pass over, if they want assistance. I get a lot of requests for that kind of communication. And I got one a few weeks ago that I want to share with you. It has a happy ending. Dog is fine. But this dog had, I'm sorry, had a lot, and I'm gonna be looking at my notes once in a while too. Had an ulcer, a large ulcer in one eye, and a small one in the other. And the dog was already deaf. And so it not only were the ulcers affecting his sight, but they were extremely painful. And he wasn't allowing his humans to apply the stuff. He needed stuff in his eye. And he was fussing about it, and he was very unhappy and in a lot of pain. And he's an older dog. And so she contacted me to see, and also he was dehydrated. He wouldn't drink water. He was eating, but he wouldn't drink. That's not good. So she asked me to check in and see if it was just time for him to go. She adores him, doesn't want him to suffer. And so I'm glad she talked to me because he was very clear. When I connected with him, he was very grumpy. I do this from a distance, right? I connect with the animal, and he was very grumpy and said he had no interest in, oh, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to start this over. So let me just say, the question was, should they remove his eye? Because that was the next step. He wasn't responding to treatments. And should they remove his eye and then he'd be blind and deaf, or would he rather pass over? And so I connected with him, and he was very grumpy, and he said he had I have no interest in being blind or gone. Okay, then. They're always clear. I've been doing this for over 20 years. When you ask them about if they want surgery or if they want a certain kind of treatment or and explain the ramifications of it, the side effects, or ask if they're ready to leave, they're very clear. And they'll say yes if they are. They'll even tell me how in a week if I haven't passed over the limit. This guy was not interested in any of that. I said, okay, well, here's the deal. You have to let your human put the stuff in your eye. And I was sharing my Reiki hands with him while I was doing this, and I got a very strong sense. So that's one of the ways of communicating is not always words, but I get information when I'm connected with them. And the information I was getting was that the pain meds were making him sick to his stomach, which is pretty common actually, but he was nauseous. I said, okay, well, let me talk. We'll see what the vet has to say about that. So then I said, but you have to let her put the stuff in your eyes too. If you don't want to leave and you want your eye to leave, it has to be treated. And so he said, I'm going to read this. I asked him again if he would try harder with letting her put the medicine in. And he said, she needs to go slowly. It all feels too intense. Now, I didn't ask her how she was doing it, but humans can get kind of focused on a task. And sometimes we even think if we do it faster, it'll be better, it'll be over with. I don't know what she was doing, but I know how I am. Well, let's just get this over with. He said, slowly, slowly, with soft voices and treats. So, like, okay. So, and more Reiki. I did a lot of Reiki during that session. All communication sessions come with Reiki. And sometimes what was called for was Reiki. Sick to his stomach, his eye. So I told her what he said. And she talked to the vet about reducing the meds. And the vet agreed. And she did it. And he started drinking. Yay! Now, you may think he was eating, but I've been on drugs after surgery. I actually don't take them. I take them home with me, but I don't take them. But when I had some knee surgery and I was on meds, they made me so nauseous. I could eat, but I couldn't drink. And so it made sense to me that he said that. I was like, I didn't go, well, that's dumb, you're eating. Like, okay. Also, I don't censor what I hear. So she said, now he's drinking. Yay, okay. And she's going much more slowly, and he's a little better, not quite so grumpy, because he probably feels better too off the heavy drug. So she said, do you think more Reiki would help? And I said, more Reiki always helps. So let's do 2 more sessions. I like to do 3 for an acute disorder like this. Not disorder, but an acute incident. And so we had done the one, we did one the next week and one the next week. And at the end of it, the big ulcer is gone. And the little one in the other eye is still there, but she's totally confident. It's just being a little persistent. But I said, well, you might tell me if you want more Reiki, because clearly this is helping. And so Reiki's not magic. Reiki helps the body do what it naturally knows how to do, how to fight disease, how to heal. And Reiki gives it an extra oomph. And it also calms you down, calms your nervous system down. And so he wasn't so grumpy and his stomach didn't hurt, and all of that together. So anyway, I just want to tell you, so I guess this wasn't just about communication, it was also about Reiki, which I always do together. But the main message is ask your dog or cat or horse or bunny what they want, because she loves her guy so much, she might have put him down. And he wasn't ready for that. It was very clear. So ask, and they will tell you. Okay, that's my story for the day. I'm Pam Sorellis of Winged Horse Healing. And if you'd like to know more about my work, you can go to wingedhorsehealing.com. You can drop me a note there too if you have any questions. Okay, or below. You can leave me a comment. Okay, thanks. Bye.